the other thing that coming to Raimondi allows you to do is shows you how much stays. Like we can't replace the A's, and it's not major league. You're never going to see Aaron Judge hit dingers against our team as much as
Yeah.
um uh um uh but when you come to games, you see how much fun it still is, right? Like how much fun, like what they can't take away. And part of the reason why it's so fun is because of us, like because of the fans. It's like, 68s are here with their drums, and we're still here with the "Let's Go Oakland" chants, and we're still here with the like energy never goes. And let me tell you that the other teams in this league, every single time they've come here, have been like, "Oh my God, this is special. Oh my God, this is different." This is not like other, Pioneer League experiences. They're like, every single time that we hear that, and what's different is that we have this fan base. That's what we have, and we will always have this fan base, right? And like, I think what one of the things that coming to Raimondi allows you to do is, it's not gonna, never replace what was lost, and we're always gonna mourn, what they're taking away, but it will remind you of how much actually is gonna stay, and how much we actually get to keep, and how much fun we actually get to have, and how many times we get to cheer "Let's Go Oakland."
Yeah, yeah.
Brian,
And
do
it's
you
just a six stadium, and you're gonna get that, and you get that free flag on Saturday. So
Yeah.
really, you got to
The,
go.
the possum flag, and by the way, how could we not do a possum as a mascot? Like there were some like rumors going around that was going to be something else, but like it had to be Scrappy. It had to be Scrappy the possum.
I was gonna
I
say, like, what were the other? I don't know if you want to say, like, what were the other things because
Well, I don't know
you
that
were considering? Because
I
that's
don't know that
hilarious
we
how you
can
landed on the possum. Yeah.
I don't know that we considered much, because I think like once we landed on, like, I think it was a pretty quick brainstorming. It's like, so it was like rally possum. Like everyone's like, yeah, rally possum. And then it was like, what's a name that like signifies the city, like the city, and like what's Oakland all about? Also maybe sounds a little bit like Stomper. It's like Scrappy. So like pretty quickly, like we landed on like what it was. I think there's some stuff going around. Like some people wanted like an oak tree. I think people the official
Tree.
the official bird of Oakland is the black crowned night heron. So some people wanted that. But come on. It's got to be a rally possum. It's got to be a rally possum.
I I have a text from Saturday, December 2nd at 3:05 p.m. from what's a good name for a possum? Scrounger? No, no, no. I said, okay, well, this is Paul. This is you. You came up with Scrounger. I put it in. I said, I'll put it into Chat GPT. Chat GPT is recommending Pippin the Pouchmaster for a name, but I think I like Scrappy.
You named him. I didn't even remember. That's There you go. Hal, Dr. Hal,
Wow.
the hot dog guy and namer of mascots. He's
That's right.
Hey, Brian, I was gonna say, what's your perspective going to Raimondi after going to the Coliseum your whole life? I know there's a lot of emotions and everything behind it, but like just from your pure, because I brought my dad, my brother, and my best friend there, and they all loved it. I mean, I don't. What is it like for you as a fan, like diehard A's fan? You know?
Yeah. So for me, what it felt like is I could just enjoy baseball. I could laugh, I could smile, I could joke around, I could uh, do all that and not have this huge cloud, this weight on your shoulders, knowing everything that's going on behind the scenes and everything like that. And obviously, with the history we have LDB and the actual team itself, and working with those very executive front office members and PR marketing and stuff, like it even cuts like on a personal level for me because of some of the relationships we built with some of these people and what they did to us and everything like that. So like being at Raimondi is like you get to watch baseball, right? Because like so many people talk shit about the Coliseum and stuff like that, but when things were good and you were at the Coliseum, like you don't think about the concrete confines around you. You're there, you're in the game, you're watching it, you're experiencing those moments, and it's just you and baseball. You know what I mean? Like Raimondi
Yeah.
is that, right? And you don't have to fear the team leaving. You don't have to worry about the bad PR and the dragging that this front office does to its fan base. Like you don't have to worry about that. You got front office members that are walking around, shaking your hand, smiling at you, talking, getting to know you, calling you by first name. They know who you are. They know the difference between the Oakland 68s and Last Bar, right? Because they're in tune with the fan base. Why? Because they are the fan base, right? They grew up in this, and they grew up in this culture and in this baseball climate in the East Bay, and they understand that, and they know what's important, and so they highlight those very things. And I haven't mentioned or posted anything, but like it almost brought me to tears when I saw one of the new murals had like the top of our design on there. And so like I've been like, I didn't want to talk about it because I want to be there, see it, and then hear from Paul and Brian like why they decided to put that up there. But like something like that where I had no clue, right? No freaking clue that that was going to be there or happen, and don't even know the meaning behind it. And yet they took it upon themselves to include, you know, 3 dudes, right? On that, right? And the 68s are featured on that as well. The Coliseum is on there. You got the Paramount Theater and stuff. And so it's like, this is what this team does, is they're genuine. It's real, it's authentic, and you get to enjoy baseball. You get to not feel bad about buying a hot dog, knowing that the money is going to buy Paul.
Hal's like, you never feel bad about that.
Well, nobody felt bad buying a hot dog from Hal, but
Yeah.
you don't feel bad about buying food or drinks, or any of that, because the money is going to be going to buying Paul and Brian some new 22s on their Volvos, So, no.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like nothing. It's been a lot of work. Every day is a grind. It was incredibly hard to put together Raimondi in the time period that we do. It's incredibly hard to throw 48 baseball games in the time period that we have to do. But the thing that continues to charge, Baller Brian and I, is that kind of spirit and that kind of energy, and the amount of times people thank us for keeping baseball in Oakland, like literally will never get old to us, because for us, there's 3 things that make baseball in Oakland so special. It's the town of Oakland itself and the iconography of that. It's the players that play on the field that have rep Oakland, the historical ones, the future ones, and it's us, the fans, in those 3 things. So you talked about that mural. That mural combines those 3 things. It's players, historical players. It's images of iconic parts of Oakland, and it's representative images of the fans themselves. And like the other team, thinks it's all about themselves, right? Thinks it's all about themselves. And we've always rejected that notion. And the thing is, because Oakland, which will always stay in Oakland, the East Bay will always stay in East Bay, and the fans will always stay here. Like we already start with 2/3 of the magic. We already start the game with 2/3 of the magic.
Paul, you got to remember though that those people have feelings too. So when you say that, it's hurtful.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable.
Jesus.